This is the setup for the electric field map. If you take a look at this board here, this has screws that can come off and we can fit the appropriate board on there. It's with two conductors at appropriate spots, shaped the way we want it, and then it has some kind of conducting material between so we can measure the voltage. In this case, I cut off the boards to the resistors because we're going to use a voltmeter to accurately draw out the equal voltage lines. So over here you see a sheet of graph paper, and that's to make drawing easy. And now on the back you see how I affix this. I remove the screws and I place the board with the face plates with the conductors facing out, and the screws are in contact with the conductor pieces. This material here will allow me to read a voltage between the two. And these are connected over here to the top. Now to get the pattern on the top the way it is on the bottom, I have a template here. And I place it on these two little holders like this. And then I just come in with a pen or a pencil and draw it in. So that the pattern on the back is the pattern on the front. So if you look here now, you can see I've got the two lines and I've got the sheet of graph paper between it. That makes it really easy to stay where I want to stay as I take my data. Okay, so you need a power supply DC, and we're going to set up one side positive and the other side negative. And then we're going to put the voltmeter between and set the voltage up to be about a little over 6 volts. We don't want to overdo it and stress the board. So this is my negative on this side. I'm going to draw a minus there. So this will be my positive side. And I'm going to clip over here. And let's see. Okay. So I'm going to insert the positive here and the negative into here by just loosening this little screw connect and attaching them both. And so you can see I'm slightly over 7 volts. So I want to turn it down a little bit. I don't want to stress. And that will allow me to get a good 5 lines correctly. And as you can see, it's 6.54 now. Okay. Well, now that I've done that, I want to see if, in fact, the board actually works. So I'm going to take this out of the positive here. You can see it rapidly drops down to virtually nothing. And I'm going to lift the board and touch the conductive surface. There I'm reading a 4. Here I'm reading a 2. As I'm going over to the negative, it's going down. This means that conductive surface is okay. And I can proceed to the next step, which would be to use this wand here, put the positive in place, like this, and then I put the conducting part of it underneath, and on the top, I can use a pencil or a pen to mark, let's say, where the 1 volt line is. Okay, I've got 1 volt in there. See if I can get a mark. Then I move about a centimeter and a half with this. And I've got to hold tight or I won't get a good reading. And I make another mark. And most pens you'll find don't work too well. You're going to need to use pencil. So what you've got in your sheets is a set of the finished product. So as you go, it would look something like this. You would then take that line that you see here, once you've completed it all around, and label it 1 volt. Then you do 2 volts, 3, 4, 5. And then you can follow the rules that you have in your Chapter 22 instructions and lab instructions to draw the electric field for 2 lines, step by step by step. So this is the setup that you will need to use. When you're done, you would take the board off, put it back in the bag, put the next one on and do it. It takes roughly 20 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on whether it's your first time or anything goes wrong, to get a board done. So to do 4 boards takes roughly 2 hours.